I want to talk just a little bit about the case study observation. Your case study is going to be your main culminating project for this course, but we're breaking it down into smaller steps. So first we're going to do the observation, and then you're going to find a journal article that relates to that observation. And then finally, on your case study project, you're going to pull your observation, your journal article that relates to that observation, and then information from your textbook all together into one paper. And that's going to be the final project for this course. So we're going to talk a little bit in the next few minutes about what all is going to be included in that observation. So the first thing you need to do
of your case study,
is
which is described
to
in
choose your age group, and it can be a variety of ages.
The first thing that we need to do
kind of have
is
those
we
broke
need to
down in
choose
the
your
syllabus.
age group.
You can
And
start
we have
with
those
0 to
broken
2,
down in some specific age groups:
2
0
to
to 2,
5,
2
6
to
to
7,
7,
7 to 14,
7 to 14,
to 18.
or 14 to
Basically,
18.
you're looking
whatever
for whatever
group
interests you the most,
or that you think you're going to be working with the most during your career, would be a good group for
and
you
if
to
neither one of those
observe
are
for
you,
this case
then
study.
just choose one that
And
is
then
easy
you're going to
to
decide whether you're going to
have
observe
access to,
in a
since it
group
is somewhere
setting
in there
or whether
will,
you're going to do individual
make things
interviews.
a little
And
bit
let's
more
talk
difficult for
just
us.
briefly about what that means. If you're doing an observation in a group setting, the first thing you need to do is select your observation site. And for group observations, it's really pretty easy. What you're going to do is you're going to find a group, either a summer school group or a daycare group or boys or girl scouts, just any kind of groups of children. A daycare is also a good place to go, where you have a teacher or a leader and a group of children. And what you're doing is you're simply watching. You might call this naturalistic observation, because you're not going to interfere. Just the fact that a strange person is there may be enough to have some effect on the dynamics, but you're looking for the interactions between the teacher or the leader and the children, and also between the children. You're looking, if you're observing very young children, you're looking to see if the children play together, if they interact in activities together, what those interactions are. Basically, anything that happens, you want to document it, because this observation or the interviews, those are going to be the biggest part of we call it the backbone of your case study paper. So you're looking at probably 3 pages of information about it. So, and since you don't really know exactly what you're going to need until after you find your journal article and after you read that area in your textbook, you really just want to get everything down that you can so that you have the most information that you can possibly get to sift through and pick out what's best. If you're doing interviews, it's, I think, actually a little bit more difficult, because you need to come up with a list of interview questions. You need to have consent forms signed by the parents or guardians. You have to do a minimum of 3 interviews, and it has to be children who are not members of your family or the children of close friends. And the interview questions need to be about the kinds of things that should be happening developmentally at their age. So if you're planning to do interviews, I would really try to read that section of the book, whatever age level that you're planning on interviewing I would skip on through the book to get to that point before I did the interview. We've already talked about this, but you really do need to have really good notes. Going back and observing again, we did have a student who went to a cosmetology class and didn't quite understand that we were looking more about the developmental behaviors and the interactions between the students, and just wrote down the types of things they learned. Well, at a very young age that would be important, but at adolescence we're really looking more for the interaction between the students.